ain't going to the strip club, 30.
All right, Skrilla just dropped. Let's see what you talking about, man.
I was like, yo, if we're going to be in Philly, we have got to do this motherfucking interview. No matter what we got to move around, and we had to move some shit around, but no matter what we got to move around, this is one of them ones.
Hey, yo, this is my brother, right? Sure. This the one, too, that I was talking about, that seen the fiend and shit, though, when he was dying.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
He the one. His Kensington landlord right here, though. He like
Kensington landlord.
Yeah, he a big person out here, though.
So I could have come out here without bringing Duty Low out here, too. You know what I mean? He told me about the shit, you know? He hit me up and said,
oh, damn,
he said what you think about bringing, we got to get Skrilla on the show. And then boom.
Yeah, no, for sure, though. I'm definitely a rock star, too, though, but I turn off and on, though, but I definitely do be feeling responsible for a lot of people, though.
Yeah. Pleasure, brother. You all right?
Yeah, you already know. All right, you see they clean
the police are here.
cleaning it up, and the fiends ain't all around like how they usually be, though.
You see this shit?
Nigga, Trump did that shit.
I can't stay away.
Hey! I know you put that on for me.
I'm gonna copyright it, man.
You
Go
can
ahead.
take it off for me, off for me.
Don't worry, I'm finna mute his shit. They know you put it on for me.
Sheesh. So I'm 40, but I'm looking at these kids on every fucking timeout, just doing this all the time, and at that time I'm unaware. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still learning new shit too. I got my nephew. Yeah, I got my nephew living with me. He's teaching me things. Right? He's like, oh, you don't know who this is, or you don't know who that is. I start digging into it a little bit. I'm learning. I'm like, oh, well, what they're saying on the internet that it's this.
And that is that.
Yeah, and that is that. You know what I mean? And it's all over the place.
For sure.
So we got the opportunity to sit down with the man himself, Skrilla, and I gotta know, cause I'm at the gym one day, and a kid's telling me about his life, right? It's just random shit, and he's like, oh, well, I used to do, he's talking to me about religion and God, and he's like, well, I used to do voodoo.
Voodoo, yeah.
And I'm intrigued. I was high as hell, and he starts talking to me, and I'm like, I would leave it to this story. I ain't even working out right there, right?
Yeah.
And then do a little bit of the Googles, and you do a lot of different shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So how did that? I want to start right there.
Me, First off, I don't do voodoo though. I don't do voodoo. Right. I do palo. And you know, it's a lot of different branches of it though. So basically, to make it clearer and make it real simple for you though, so you can get an understanding. If you're ever trying to do research, you search up Ifa. There's different branches of it though, but just to make it real simple to you, just search up Ifa. I do Ifa, and that's my religion. And I'm born into my religion though. Like I'm a born Santo. My mother is Santo. My grandmother is Santo. Like I was born into my religion though, so it's not like something that I just like. Yo, I was Christian, and I just like I'm born Santo.
Could you break that down for me? Like I'm the dummy here.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me to break it down though, but when you ask me to break it down though, what's the
like
meaning
for me,
of
what
you?
is the simplest understanding of what your religion is?
Because what's your religion?
Christianity.
All right, so that's like me saying. Can you break Christianity down to me? To me.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Though?
Absolutely.
So when people ask me that question, it's kind of like.
Well, I guess what is your natural belief?
I believe in God just as well as you though. I believe in God. I believe there's one God. Yeah. I believe there's one God, but we do have ancestors. We all have ancestors that we could tap into though, and it's ancestors that we could tap into though, and we could. It's a lot of things that you could do with your ancestors, also known as your orishas, though. There's a lot of things that they can help you with, though, because we got ancestors watching over us, and it's a lot of stuff that you could talk to them about. Nice. And it's a lot of things that you could do, though. It's ancestors for everything. We have a lot of ancestors, and like for example, one of I'm crowned by Chango, but one of my favorite ancestors, one of my favorite orishas though, that I like really into is Agun and his life story though. Agun, and he's the honorable of all metal though. So, and I feel like just being in the streets though, you should always try to be close to Agun. Agun is like metal, like guns, knives, the streets basically though. So when you real close to Agun, he's gonna make sure you protect it. Like he'll make sure that he'll do a lot for you though. He'll do a lot for you in the streets though, like keep you out of jail. It's a lot of stuff that Agun could do for you though. But that's just me breaking down one of the research for you though, just so you can kind of get an example though. But Agun is one of our ancestors, are also known as Orishas, and he's the honorable of all metal though. So basically, it's like a get out of jail free card. Not get shot card, like, you know what I'm saying? Basically though, like to explain it to you though, as a Christian, just explain it to you though. But I'm still open. I'm still open though. I know I'm born Santo though, but I'm still open though. Like I believe in Christian. Crazy thing is, I went to Catholic school before, but I just my parents trying to make me go to good schools though, just to stay out of trouble though. But so I understand a lot.
Understandable.
And Catholic is close to Santeria as well, as close to Ifa as well though too though. Just like with the saints and everything, like everything is kind of like. What's the word for it? Everything is like cordial, if that's the word. Like everything is like kind of
all correlates.
Yeah, everything is like a lot of it's like the same for real.
But the people tend to think this is evil.
Of course, and I like that though, and I kind of like I like that though. That's my entertainment. That's the entertainment part of me for real though, and I like to be looked at like that though too though. But then I don't though, cause then if up with like me getting sponsorships and shit like that though, because they look at me like, oh no, he a devil worshiper, Satan. Whole time, it ain't none of that though, at all. It's not none of that at all though. But that's how a lot of people look at me though, and I find and I don't mind it, because that's me being a rapper and me being an entertainer though, you know. And that's just me giving it to you raw though, no Diddy though. That's just like me giving it to you raw though, for real though. Because I really wouldn't even like to talk about it, because I like being looked at the way I look at the way people look at me, because it's like a question mark on my forehead for real though. But I still people don't understand. It's when it's something when it's something different, when you do something different that people don't understand. They don't know how to feel about it though. They don't know how to feel about that shit though. So basically, that's like the best answer I could give you for that though.
That's a good answer.
Yeah,
it's a great answer for my guy Nova, that I told him that's exactly how I felt it was going down. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I think I get this sense of listening to you. I'll be honest with you, when I look at Christianity and I think about myself as a Christian, I don't think I think if anything, I just got one foot here. Because I believe in God as like a higher power. I don't believe all these stories are just like automatically true. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be the guy that's be like, oh well, okay, this thing happened and this guy came back 3 days later. I don't believe in all these storylines, but I do believe in a higher power. For sure. Right? Like we're obviously here. So when I think about when this dude was telling me about voodoo, and I thought about it, because I never had that conversation. Like, you don't really have those types of conversations in your older age. You know what I mean? As you move forward in life, it's about what's going on with the kids, what's going on with the bills, what's going on with business and things.
My hair was in a ponytail, bro. I'm talking about my hair, bro.
Like, damn. Maybe now more than ever, I am open to the idea of listening to this and understanding it. So when I see everything, it's dope. Like what you're telling me about tapping into your ancestry. That's deep. You know what I mean? Which that makes you a deep individual, because you're not just stopping at the surface level and saying, okay, well, this is how life is. You know, you're challenging all the realities that we know today.
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely bad parts of the religion. It's bad parts of everything in the world, though. It's definitely bad parts of it, though. Like, it's things it's a lot of, some people use it for negative, and some use it for positive. It's just, you just got a stronger power, and you can go about it however you want to go about it. Some people go about it the negative way. Some people go about it the positive way, though. But, you know, that's just what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people take advantage of the power of the religion, you know?
Yeah. I feel like you've captivated the world, and more importantly, the youth. You know what I mean? And it's when people tend to like have these conversations about it, they'll try to say, oh, well, he's bad for the youth, which I understand what you're saying about sponsorships and things of that nature. Do you find that it has been difficult for you to move in that direction with sponsors because of that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's for sure. I even had conversations with my A&R, my label that I had sometimes. I even had conversations, though, me trying to get sponsorships. I even had conversations with the label, and they're telling me that's what they're telling me. Yeah. They don't want to have anything to do with me because of woo. Yeah. Just because, you know, they because they don't want to fuck their brand up. Yeah. I didn't have artists. I didn't try to do songs with artists. And they telling me like, no, I don't want to do a song with you because you're gonna fuck my fan base up because da. And then when I got bigger, now it's a different story though. And I kind of like I feel some type of way though, but then I don't though, and I understand though. You know?
I'll tell you what, as I'm going through the studying phase and learning, what I'm hearing from the people around me was like, this interview is gonna put you into a different. It's gonna get you a different fan base.
I'm finna go to sleep after this, guy.
So
I'm sorry,
it's
man.
different how we hear it. You know what I mean? There is gonna be the people that think like that, but then they got, you know, commercial breaks, NBA, and we're hearing this record. You know what I mean? And we're seeing these kids go like that. Like I got my like my nephews. Yeah. They can't take, like, you can't possibly say 6'7". You can't even get close to it. It's just like every time.
No, for sure. 6'7".
How does that feel though, knowing that, like, obviously you've answered these questions before. But
no, I never really answered the questions for real how I wanted to answer them because I never got around a positive and a genuine podcast that I really cared for. And now that I just met you, I didn't even do my homework though. Now that I just walked in here and just met you guys and all that shit though, I'm willing to talk right now.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I ain't come here under the influence or anything. I came here
Skrilla,
to talk
man.
for real. Yeah. You know, and y'all just had beans. I look up to beans. So that y'all just even had a conversation. Just that y'all just had beans with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I look at y'all a different type of way, though. You feel me, though? Y'all ain't come here to come get the YNs that's out here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, though? But,
Yeah, what we said to him in that interview when we were talking to him is about just, I give flowers to a lot of people, and the YNs and the younger generation are always like glazing.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting in the room, I couldn't give a fuck about those little bastards. I'm sitting in the room and I'm thinking, who could I have a conversation with that's a dope conversation? Because I'm not in the position of podcasting like some of these other people are, where they need that income in order to survive. I don't need that money to survive. I like making money off of podcasting, that's cool. But a majority of what we've done and what we've been doing is, well, we're going to go out and we're going to have the dope conversations. I don't need to make maximum amount of money on every podcast. Sure. I don't need to talk to people that they just got a bunch of bullshit with them. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to dope individuals. And everything that you got going on right now is fucking dope.
Yeah, no, for sure, though. And it's a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing more than even dope, though. It's a blessing, though. And, you know, and I appreciate the higher powers for even getting me here and being able to be where I'm at. And even wake up every day, though, to see another day, though. And it's just to have, for me making a song, having it worldwide the way it is, though. That shit is a blessing, though. And I still haven't even realized, though, what I done though yet though. I'm still living in the moment. I feel like I still ain't even get to where I really want to get. I didn't yet though, but I didn't get to where I want to be yet though. But 6'7" definitely jumped me off the trampoline though. The extra 6 feet.
But to end up on a cartoon,
On a
Or
cartoon,
like
yeah.
South Park.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, nah, that was crazy though. Yeah, definitely, and that's something that I grew up watching though. So that shit was like, yeah.
How did that come about? Did they reach out to you about it, or
Nah,
they just?
I just woke up and it was 6'7". I just woke up. I just woke up to 6'7".
And this record originally wasn't even called 6'7"?
The record was never called. The record was never called nothing. It was called L.A. I recorded it in L.A.
Yeah.
I didn't even name the song. I was recording for fun, actually. So now sometimes when I'm recording, I treat it like it might be something when I don't care for it though. Cause 6'7" originally I recorded 6'7" in L.A. I recorded 6'7". I was never going to the studio. I was going to pull up on one of my close friends. Shout out Mainsky. He from Chicago too though, but he was in LA. Shout out No Limit Mainsky. I was going to pull up on my friend Mainsky, and while we was driving, we was driving the Benz, and we smacked out on the highway. Bang!
Oh, shit.
I ended up getting. I'm like, we left the car there, got an Uber to the studio. I was never going to the studio to record. I was going there just to go chat it up and just go hang around. And the studio there, and I was just like, fuck it. We don't got the car right now. Let me just record. I'm just about to record. I'm in the studio. Everybody left. I'm in the studio by myself. I'm like, let me just record real quick. I ended up making 6'7" for fun. I never really cared for the song at all.
Yeah.
I had no care for the song. I made the song for fun. Boom, boom, boom. And I ended up posting. Sometimes I post my music, leak my music on my Instagram, just songs that I don't really care about that I feel like it was all right. I just ended up throwing it up on Instagram, leaking it, and that day I leaked it, I don't even have a TikTok. It just was everybody's calling, yo, you seen the 6? Yo, and I'm like, damn. And I still didn't care for the song though. It took about probably like 3-4 months for me to really like adjust and be like, all right, yo, I need to shoot this video. And then that's when I actually shot the video during the Super Bowl, when the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year. And then that's when that shit kind of just took off. And actually when I dropped the song didn't even take off until 6 months later, literally, when all the kids went back to school. So that's when the song took off, though, once all the kids went back to school, and it just, boom, out of nowhere. Literally, though, I never really had no care for the song. No, I just made it just for fun, just recording.
It's crazy.
That's dope, though, because that is the most organic records, the ones that people get an opportunity. Like, it's when you're having fun in the booth that the other people, the listeners, like, you could hear that. You could hear that energy off a record, right? And I did want to say go Bills, because I heard you talk about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. We're in playoff time, so go Bills. I'm from Buffalo, New York, so y'all had a nice little victory the other day, but I don't know if that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm thinking we might be going to the bowl again.
Yeah, I
don't know.
It's,
I don't know.
Why do you have to do that?
It's good to have faith. You know what I mean? It's good to have faith.
We might be going to the bowl again.
When the 6'7" record drops and it gets like that, what is the moment, that holy shit moment that you seen somebody jump on the trend? What was that moment?
There's so many of them. No, it fucked me up when I seen Kim Kardashian do it.
Yeah.
It fucked me up when I seen Kim Kardashian. It fucked me up when I seen South Park. It fucked me up when I God damn, I don't even,
everybody, all of them.
Yeah, bro, it's the world, bro. It's the world.
You'd be here all day listening.
It's the world. I didn't traveled and went different places. Or I'll tell you one that fucked me up though. But I didn't travel places and people saying 6'7" and in front of me, and they don't even know that it's me. 6'7" became bigger than me. So yeah, like that shit literally is bigger than me though.
No,
literally though. But it fucked me up one day though. I got booked for a show in Brazil.
Man, I'm fucking asleep, man. Y'all have a good night. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.